Welcome to the Beauty Formula. Today we are joined with Dr. Missy Clifton, who's one of my absolute favorite people on the planet, and she is a board-certified dermatologist at Premier Aesthetics. Hey, Missy.
Hey, sweet girl. I am so glad to be on this with you. I'm so honored that you wanted me to come join you today. So excited.
I'm sure you're sick of hearing the story, but every time I see you, I tell you about how you're my favorite and how I've been stalking you. And we both were at, this must have been 15 years ago at skincare thing. And they had all of these big dermatologists and stuff. And then you were little and you walked up there and you told them what you did and you made more money than all of them. And I just remember we were all just looking around thinking she's not doing it right. And I just loved you ever since then.
Oh, sweet girl. Thank you. Thank you.
So how have you been?
I'm good. The struggle is real coming from Arkansas. Half of the universe doesn't even know where Arkansas is. So they're like, where's that? Who are you? I'm like,
I get it confused with Arizona a little bit.
Well, everybody does. So it's AR, not AZ. So it's a thing. Nobody knows where I am. And, kind of that's maybe okay because I'm sneaking in under the radar a little bit.
I know. Well, how is Arkansas?
Arkansas is hot as Hades right now. It is humid, and Arkansas summers are not the best. So, it's not any cooler where you are in Austin, though, right?
It's not cooler. But I heard Arkansas is like starting to boom.
Honey, they are saying that Bentonville, Arkansas is about to be the new Austin.
I know.
That's so I'm like, cool, because I love Austin.
Yeah, I know.
I'm coming to visit you. You got to make that happen because you and I need to hang out. I miss your face and I miss hanging out with you.
I was already thinking you need to come for like ACL weekend, one of the big weekends.
That would be perfect. Let's make it happen.
I'll show you the ropes.
That would be so good, baby. That would be so good. The only time I've ever been to Austin actually is for a lacrosse tournament, and that was less than optimal.
Okay.
So let's do it better than that.
Right.
Yes, let's do that. Let's do that.
Okay, so tell me what's been going on work-wise.
Okay,
so you have All Things Skin.
All Things Skin is going really well. So we're centered in Bentonville, Arkansas, which is kind of our claim to fame is that our town is the home of Walmart. So Walmart just built this, they're in the process of building this ridiculous global campus that is acres and acres of all things Walmart. And they're bringing people back. During COVID, a lot of Walmart people just started working from home. And now they're bringing everybody back to the home campus. And they're bringing in really amazing retail. They're bringing in restaurants. They're bringing in things that the people that work at Walmart can really benefit from. And guess who they asked to be on the home campus?
No,
I'm
really?
so excited. So we are the only medical provider on the Walmart Global Home Campus, and I am losing my mind about it. I'm so excited.
Like now or starting when?
So we are finishing out the space. We think by January we will be opening up. And so we'll be doing dermatology services there. We'll be doing all of our lasers, aesthetic services, skincare, of course. And all of that there. So, we're building and growing.
Incredible. Congratulations.
Thank
you. So are
you
you the only doctor right now at your clinic?
So no, it's me and Dr. Cunningham is my main partner. She is amazing. She's much younger than me. But she is so excited about all things skin, and really she's into skincare. She's into lasers. She's just really jumped in as a partner. She's been 4 years. It's a 3-year buy-in at our clinic, and she's just jumped in as a partner. And boy, am I glad to have her because she is amazing. And we have a lot of laser techs and estheticians, and everything's going really well. But boy, is it nice to have someone else that wants to run the business side of it, because that's the hard part, as you know.
Oh, so she's wanting to run she's a partner.
She's going to help me out with all of that stuff. Honey, it's huge. It's huge. And she is just, can't wait for you to meet her. She is the coolest, sweetest, so much fun. She did her training in New Orleans. So our next trip is for her to take me to Mardi Gras. So you might want to join us. You might want to join us.
Yeah.
I think that would be great.
I grew up 45 minutes from New Orleans, so I'm very...
gosh, you guys would have so much in common. We got to get y'all together. We'll talk about it.
I do. Well, that's awesome. And wait, did you start like a new laser line or something too? Or
So we have about a year. It's a little bit more than that now. I can't even keep up with time anymore, Courtney. But we built on a whole laser section to Premier. I started doing lasers at the beginning, but now I have like 4 laser techs. I have like 3 estheticians and all these nurse injectors and PAs and all of these people now that are my extenders. And we just have this incredible family of people that are so excited about innovation, so excited about staying on the cutting edge of things. And that's where I think we have this kindred spirit, you and I. We just
Yeah.
love to be on the cutting edge of
Oh,
all
yeah.
things new and skincare. And yeah, that's why I was just obsessed with you when I first met you. Besides your style and you're just
Well, I
amazingness.
mean, I'm kind of lack on lasers. What's your favorite laser right now?
Oh my goodness. I would say soft wave. It's not really a laser. It's actually an ultrasound device. So it's an ultrasound heating device that tightens tissue. It's colorblind. So it doesn't matter how dark your skin is. You can be tan or not tan. And in Arkansas and Austin, everybody in summer, even if they're wearing their sunscreen, they're tan. So a lot of laser treatments you really can't do. And soft wave bulk heats the dermis. And so it tightens. It's crazy, Courtney. I had it done before I bought the device. I'm like, do my one lazy eye because I have we all have a side that's worse than the other. And literally, my lazy eye matched my good eye after the treatment, like on the table. On the table, I already saw the elevation. It was
I
amazing.
actually had that laser done. It's been a little bit.
I want him to do my whole dang body. I want him to start at the top of my head and go all the way down to my knees and just tighten everything else.
I was like, whew, I mean, I'm used to like a laser pain. I can handle a laser pain, like a burning off pain, like that. This was more of like a old therapy pain, like a,
I didn't feel like it was as bad as old therapy though. Old therapy was so dang bad that I just quit offering it because people hated that. It was just like torturing people.
I had it in my neck and chest. And I think the chest, like the bony areas, it
The
like,
bony areas are spicy. They really are. But nobody on this podcast that knows you is going to look at you and go, "Why are you doing anything? Because you're perfect. You look great."
well, well, I mean, I've been doing it.
That's why we look good, right? Because we've been doing all
Right.
the things,
I
all
s-
the things.
neck started bothering me, and then I was like, I mean, I just want it to be like a little bit upper, and they're like, we have this new laser, and I was like the demo patient, and I was like, whew,
It's a
okay,
little spicy. So it counts down. It's like a 5-second pulse.
that's
And
fine.
like 1, 2, 3 is okay. 4 and 5, you're like, okay, dang it, move it. But then it quits. And that's the really cool thing about it. It doesn't, you're not peeling, there's no downtime. It's like it's pretty easy. So I love soft wave. I would say I love LazyMD. LazyMD it's kind of a superficial resurfacing. I love 3D Miracle by Ultra Clear. 3D Miracle is like you will peel for about 5 days, but then your skin looks like glass. It's so pretty.
I gotta come see you. That's
Please
what I need.
come. Please
I
come.
know. Yeah.
We're going to plan this. You're going to come, and then we're going to film everything you do. And then I'm going to come, and we're going to film all the things going through your whole store. I've got a skincare line that I'm making, and
You are?
I'm gonna launch it in January. So I got to come out there, and
Yeah.
maybe you'll carry it at Harbin House.
Well, you gotta come, not until you come out and sell me on it.
I will come out and sell you, baby. I'll come out and sell you. So it's going to be really cool. It's just a morning and evening product, and the morning product is going to have antioxidants. It's going to have the peptide GPKCU, which is a peptide that a lot of people are injecting into their body
Yeah.
that works for skin and hair. But
Like a copper
it's
peptide.
going to have the copper peptide in it and a nanoparticle technology that actually penetrates through the epidermis, so it like makes a reservoir, so it sits there, and it's going to have zinc oxide that will continue to protect you like for 24 hours.
Oh, wow.
It's going to have a lot of antioxidants and anti-inflammatory things as well. So it's kind of going to be magic. It's going to be like a magic potion. So I can't wait for you to hear all about it. So I will come
This is
in.
like the injection. So I saw my girl yesterday, and she sent me some link today. I filled out for like the peptides. It's like 3 of them mixed, but one of them was the copper
Yeah.
peptide.
So there's this magic mix. So it's the peptides I think they're the wave of the future. And I've actually got a peptide company. So that's another thing we got to talk about, girlfriend.
Oh my God.
So the peptide, the BPC 157, which is like body protective compound 157, and TB 500, both super anti-inflammatory. They treat all kinds of and anything that's inflammatory. So a lot of patients with autoimmune disorders, anybody that has joint pain or just feels tired and drained. And then we're putting the copper peptide in together. And those three you can mix with one little sub-Q injection. And it's like magic.
That's exactly what they gave me, because she was telling
Yep.
me about that. And I was like, I need like anti-inflammatory because I have all this autoimmune stuff. And
Oh,
I was like,
honey,
I was
I
like, I need
got you. I
it.
got you. You got me. Here we
I know.
are.
I'm so, well, I mean, when do you sleep? Like,
It's
I'm like,
funny. You're like the third person today that's asked me that. And
seriously.
I think I sleep better because I'm just such a psycho. I'm just
Yeah.
working so hard, so hardcore, and just I love this industry we're in. I mean,
Right.
Courtney, what other industry makes people feel so good? Not only about, their beauty, but if we can make them feel better about their whole body, their whole life, man, that's a win.
It really is.
We've both been through a divorce real recently.
Exactly.
So I need the anti-pissed off peptide. That's what I need. I need the peptide that's going to make me just like,
I
okay,
think it's an injection or something. This is me.
let it go, baby. Can we add the let it go peptide? That's what we need.
Look, I can give you some of that. I think I have too much of the let it go. I need to like care a little bit more, I think, these days. But I'm good at just letting it go.
How are you?
I'm good. So I'm officially divorced. It took a good 5 years.
How the heck did it take 5 years, honey? I know. Ouch.
Yeah. You know what? I knew the day I filed that it was going to be an uphill battle. Like I knew it was going to be, like it wasn't going to be easy. But I didn't know it was going to be this hard. And it's like
honey.
saying, thank goodness you can't see the future. You wouldn't get out of bed. But it's like, now and it's over.
But now you're free. You're free.
I'm not, still have a couple hearings coming up, but I'm divorced. I'm free.
And you're young and you're beautiful and your whole life is ahead of you. You're successful. You're a total badass.
And we'll see if we can
so proud of you. So happy for you, honey.
What about you? How long have you been divorced? You have a hot new...
About 2 years. About 2 years. And it has been, it's been good. I tell you, I finally turned the corner with my ex. He's got, he's got his own new little fiance, and she's just cute. She's so damn cute. She's real sweet, and they love each other, and it's great. And I have this amazing man that adores me and thinks that I'm the best thing that ever happened on the planet.
Oh,
and it's a real different feeling. It's a real different feeling.
Well, good.
And I feel good. You got to meet him. His name's Daryl Robinson, and he's beautiful and smart and kind.
I can't wait to meet him. Yeah, my ex is engaged too. He's been engaged for like a year and a half, and it's before the divorce was even final.
That's kind of how that goes. I think men can't be alone, though, sweetie. I think that's the real thing. They just don't know what to do by themselves.
No, totally. And I'm kind of the opposite now. I'm just like, I got to be a real special person, or else I just don't want anybody else to deal with.
Yeah, and I'll have to tell you the story about how Daryl and I met, because I was like not even looking. I had given up on dating. I'd given up both social media apps, all the things, all the dating apps. I was like, no, I'm done. I actually came to Dallas, and I didn't realize that any of the apps like followed you around. I'm such an idiot. I didn't know anything about any of this stuff. And actually, I started getting these chimes, and I'm like, oh my gosh. Bumble is like yelling at me. Why is Bumble yelling at me tonight? And I'm in Dallas, and this beautiful, amazing, accomplished, smart, kind, like pretty much everything I prayed for my whole life showed up on my screen. I'm like, what the heck is happening? And there he was. And we met, and he moved here 6 months later. And
I was going to say,
we're kicking it and having a great time. So
that's awesome. What does he do?
So he actually he's a former actor. He was in a couple of the Black Panther movies, and he was in Atlanta, and just as he's like, babe, don't get excited. I wasn't like a headliner. I was just like some of those extra guys, whatever. But you look at him, you'll go, he could be a headliner. Yeah. And, so he moved here, and now he's working for a company called Acosta, which is kind of they help all of the things that Sam's Club and Walmart does. And he's got a great job and great benefits, and they're going to send him back to get his master's in business. And I mean, it's just like things are just clicking. It's weird.
That's
Like all
great.
falling,
Good for
it's
you.
all falling in together. So it's good.
They say your
Good
second
stuff.
marriage is the true love of your life anyway, so we'll
Now,
see.
baby, we ain't married yet. So don't
know.
even be going there yet.
I know. I
I'm
know.
not
That's
sure we're
fine.
going there. We'll see. We see.
Everybody says, "Would you ever get married again?" I said, "It's too early to say." But
You
I
know,
definitely would
I
agree.
would say a year ago, if you'd asked me, I would say abso-freaking-lutely not. Now that I found him, I think I might consider it. There would have to be a massive prenup because
Yeah.
I am never, ever going through the struggle of splitting the finances and
No,
all of that again. I'm just
no,
never
no.
going to do that again.
Well, I mean, I think he
So,
makes it a lot harder,
yeah.
but too, still, yes.
So I would be I'm already committed to him. I think he's amazing. And so I don't know that we really need to do that.
Yeah.
But,
No.
if he felt like that was something that needed to be done, I would consider it. But there would have to be a lot of legalities first.
Yes. Well, I mean, and if there is, then it's like fine. That's what I always say. I would never get another divorce. I mean, so they have to go into it knowing there's only one way out,
Yep.
and it's
Yep.
not a divorce.
No.
So, I mean, how old are your kids now?
So my oldest is 24, about to be 25.
Okay.
She graduated from Auburn, Alabama with her
Oh,
master's in biochemistry.
wow.
And she has started a company called Key Studios and Wellness. And
Nice.
she is doing nutrition counseling and hot yoga. And she's freaking killing it, Courtney. I am so proud of this kid. She
is awesome.
launched it when all of the kids were gone from college. And we're about to go down there and have her first open house when everybody gets back to it. But she already has like 7 full classes a day. She's crushing it.
She gets it from her mama.
Well, maybe a little. But I will
Yeah.
tell you, she has worked so hard. And she had this vision all by herself. She knew what she wanted to do. And she just needed somebody to be there to support. And so it's been so fun to see my precious baby girl just go out there and kill. And she's doing awesome. She's really good. And then I have Sam and Sophie, the twins, and they're seniors. They're about to be seniors in high school.
Okay.
And so this whole weekend, we're going to be filling out college applications, doing the Common App, all of the things. And I'm having to beat them up to make them do it because they are just like, they've already checked out. Their senior year has not even happened, and they're just like already checked out. I'm like, babes, we got to focus just for a second or two, get these college apps done, and then you can enjoy your senior year and we'll go. So
That's crazy. You already have to start applying that soon, I guess.
yeah, the early application deadline is like November, and scholarship deadline's like October. I mean, like December. So November and December. So we'll see.
Jeez. I can barely get mine registered for the elementary school.
Well,
I'm just like,
baby, you know what? You're just in a different stage. I remember that. And I'm going to tell you, I think small children are much harder than older children
yeah.
because they need you more.
Yeah.
And, my twins, they don't really need me. And they're honestly, they're very annoyed by me. They think I'm kind of a pain in the ass. I'm not going to lie. But I'm like, listen, I need you guys to go to college. I need you guys to like do the applications. I need you guys to create your life, go forward, go. And so I'm encouraging them to get shit done.
Yeah, you got to get them out there. But yeah, no, I mean, I think every year for me, because mine were like 2 and 3. So mine were so little. I think every year it's just gotten so much easier. Like now they're like almost like people. They're like, my youngest just turned 8 and my oldest, 8, and then they're about to be 10. My oldest will be 10.
Oh, yeah, Courtney, you're in the beauty years. You're in the years where they still love mommy. They still think you're smart. And they still think sop it up. Enjoy every bit of it, because I'm going to tell you, when they turn about 13 and 15, it's
I know.
hideous.
I know. I need to. I mean, my youngest, he follows me around like my shadow. I mean, just everywhere I go. We were just
And
on a boat.
It probably drives you crazy, but you gotta love it.
But I need to remember, like, I'm like, okay, can I just get a little space? Can I get a little space? Just need a little space. And he's like, okay. And it sits right next to me. I'm like, okay.
So y'all were on a boat. What were you guys doing? Where were you?
We were fishing. So my kids are big fishers. So am I.
That's so fun.
We've been fishing. I'm in the process of listing my house. It's finally done. That's a whole story. But I've been trying to get them out of the house. So We went just to Lake Buchanan and we went striper bass fishing and caught some big old basses. And it was fun. I know. Yeah. I went and saw my friend Meg, who you met in St. Louis.
She's so cute.
She's so cute. We went to Innsbruck with her 3 kids and mine, which was, whew,
That's a lot of kids.
a lot of kids. It was too many kids and too little adults. That's for sure. I mean, I was like, ready to go home. Like,
I'm exhausted.
and we had a babysitter there. But we needed like 5 babysitters there. We went fishing there. We went fishing in Colorado. We've done 3 fishing trips around Texas. So, I mean, I am for the first time ready for school to start. Usually I'm not because the school grind and waking up, I guess got to be at school at 7 a.m.
Such a grind. I'm telling you, sometimes the structure is worth the grind.
I know. Because, now I'm ready for it. This is the first year I'm like, okay, I'm ready for the summer to be over. Like, I just have nothing else to do with them. Like,
you've done all the things. You've done all the fishing.
Yeah, they're ready too. They're like, Mama, how many more weeks until we start school? Like, they're ready too. I mean, I think I am driving them crazy.
I doubt that. You're amazing.
So anyway, so have they met your boyfriend? Obviously.
Absolutely. Yes. Yeah. Absolutely. He's super involved. He, when my oldest daughter was getting her, company up and running, he went out with me, and he's like this weird combination of things. He does carpentry. So he was out there like putting together things, and he's behind the scenes just helping her. And so, yeah, he loves my kids, and he's so sweet to them. He's super fired up about Sam's lacrosse. He's excited about Sophie and her interior design aspirations. And I mean, so yeah, everything's great there. And I've turned a corner with the ex-husband. We're all friends. It's like, wow, things are good. Things are real good.
Maybe I can get there one day. We'll see.
I pray for that, but I'm telling you, sometimes you just can't. And that's okay.
Well, and that's what I think we're just going to be the just can't. And, that's okay too. It's just, it is.
Okay.
Yeah.
So tell me about Harbin House. Tell me how it's going. Tell me what's new. Tell me everything.
Well, it's going. I mean, we're still just shipping everything, doing sales, the skincare. So we just started the podcast back, obviously. And so when I was in the middle of like trial and all of that for like a year and a half, I stopped it because I just couldn't commit to both. And so we started it back, started recording in like March, and just started releasing episodes, I guess, about a month and a half ago. And it's fun. Like, it's making it fun again, and like, bringing me back to get into it all over again and stuff. And so it's been going really good. And I have the best team on the entire planet, which helps. And so, I mean, everything's going really good, knock on wood. I mean, always looking for, the next thing, that's for sure. But
well, you're an innovator, sweetie. I mean, you're so far ahead of your game. I mean, I just love what you're doing there, and I'm really excited for you. I think this next chapter of your life is going to be incredible. So
I think really so too. I'm excited to hear about your skincare thing. So what made you start a skincare?
Have you ever heard of Steve Yolen? He's a big dermatologist. He's a little bit older than me. He's kind of an innovative guy. He does a lot of, clinical trials and things. And he reached out to me about a year and a half ago. He's like, Missy, I've got this company called Pro Transit, and they are just really cool. It's a nanoparticle company. And they are able to encapsulate a lot of things that won't naturally penetrate into the skin into a nanoparticle, and then they will penetrate into the skin.
Yeah.
And they can determine how deep it will penetrate. So the product I have coming out is that the morning product is going to have zinc oxide that penetrates just down past the epidermis and almost creates a reservoir. So it's almost like skin protection that's going to continue to build. And, it's going to get better and better over the days that you use it. And then your body will gradually break it down. So it's almost like a sustained release sunscreen, which there's never been anything like that.
And I was about to say, is there anything like that?
No, not that I'm aware of. And we're also going to combine it with a peptide. The copper peptide's going to be in there. There's going to be antioxidants. There's going to be a lot of really amazing compounds mixed with it. I don't want to give it all away yet.
Yeah.
And then we're going to have a night serum that's going to have basically all of the same things, plus a DNA repair enzyme. So without the zinc, of course, we don't need sunscreen at night unless you're sleeping on the beach and somewhere sunny. I don't know, in Alaska or Antarctica, but whatever. So we're going to have no sunscreen in the night product, and we're going to have a DNA repair enzyme that will help to, repair all of the damage of the day. So I'm super excited about it.
That is
So
exciting. Have you
that's
gotten like
going to
the
launch in January,
Okay.
and we'll come and
Okay.
I
Okay.
want you to be the first third party that really launches it.
I know. So have you tried it yet? Like, do you have like the actual
Oh,
formula?
I've tried it. Yes, I've been using it, and I love it because it is. Have you ever used Supergoop sunscreen?
Uh-huh.
So it's kind of like a Supergoop base. It goes in really nicely. It's very aesthetically pleasing. It leaves no residue, so you could put makeup on right on top of it.
Yeah.
It's I think it's going to be a hit. I think it's going to be a hit. Really
It's
excited about
going to have like an SPF, like an actual SPF.
an SPF 40.
Wow. Do you have to go through the FDA for that and everything?
So the SPF is already just a base based on the zinc itself. So
Okay.
we don't have to do FDA clearance
Oh,
on it, which is nice.
oh, that's good.
That's real.
That's really good.
That's real
I
good.
always wonder, like even like small companies that come out with the sunscreen, I'm like, are they having to go to the FDA with these?
Yeah. So we're piggybacking on what's already been done, and we just are taking
You
it
need
to
to
the next
reinvent the
level.
wheel here. That's
Thank you, Jesus. We don't need to reinvent the wheel.
okay. Well, so my team has made a bunch of questions for you. I feel like
Okay,
I need.
good. Let's hit it.
This is a great one. So, what made you want to open your own practice?
Oh, okay. So I never wanted to do that. I thought that in med school, I thought I want to, work 3 days a week. I want to work for someone that's already going to run the business and all that. And I was such an idiot. I had no idea that I really don't do well taking direction from others, Courtney. I don't.
I can help with that.
And so my first soiree into a practice was with a man named James Wharton, who's a great dermatologist, super smart guy. He was here in Bentonville and was doing just medical dermatology. And at the time I came to Bentonville, there was no one doing aesthetic work at all. So this is 2003. That tells you how old I am. I hate to tell you my age, but that tells you how old I am. So 2003, there's nobody in Bentonville, Arkansas really doing any aesthetic work except the plastic surgeons who maybe are dabbling in Botox, but pretty much that was it. And I had extremely good training in my residency, which is unusual in dermatology. Suzanne Yee, who is a very amazing plastic surgeon down in Little Rock, Arkansas, donated her time to come and train residents at the college. And Sandy Johnson, who was my chief resident and is a dear friend of mine who lives in Fort Smith, Arkansas, was at that time stayed on faculty because she was really wanting to train all of us in aesthetics. So I actually got a lot. I got late, and Jay Kincannon and Milton Wayner was still at UAMS. He was a big laser guy. So I was at the perfect time at UAMS to really get laser training, aesthetic training from some of really the people that were just starting to do it. And
Yeah.
I really felt super confident. I knew what I was doing. I felt like I could really go out and do that. And James did not want to do aesthetics. He was like, that's not real medicine. I don't want to do it. I'm like, I don't think that's going to work for me. So after about halfway through the year, we realized that we were not a good fit. And so he basically said, I'm not renewing your contract. I'm like, okay, good. But then I was like, oh, crap, I've got to go out and figure out how to do this because I never really thought about, I never had a business class in my life. I didn't have a clue what I was doing. So I said, you know what, we're going to go do this. I'm going to figure it out. And Jeff, my husband at the time, was like, hey, we'll find you a space. He's always been into real estate and developing and a lot of other things. So he found us a space in a tiny little strip mall on 28th Street in Bentonville. And it was tragic. But people came and people followed me. And I started doing aesthetics along with dermatology. And the next year we took over a bigger piece of the strip mall. And then the next year we took over a bigger piece of the strip mall. And then we outgrew that space. And then I built a building. And that's kind of how it all started. And just figured it out as I went along with a lot of stress and a lot of sleepless nights and a lot of business for idiots, that I studied. I just figured it out.
Same. Yeah. I mean, absolutely. And I mean, I always learn everything the hard way. It's the
Yeah.
only way I can learn it is doing it wrong first and then being like,
Yes,
"Ooh,
and oh,
do that."
honey, yes. I made so many mistakes. I bought devices that were hundreds of thousands of dollars that didn't really work. Thermosh. I mean, it worked. Ulthera, it worked, but it was so
You're
damn
right.
painful, nobody would ever
Yeah.
do it again. So I've made a lot of really not great mistakes. But you know what? You live and you learn and you get smarter and you get better. And I think the thing that's been so constant is that I've had a lot of people for some unknown reason that like me and want to stay with me. And I just have had really good staff all the way along that have
Yep.
stayed with me. I still have 3 or 4 staff members that were my original people, in
Wow.
2003 that are still
Well,
with
that's
me.
a lot about you too. And
Maybe.
yeah, yeah, absolutely. Especially in this industry. It's like everybody's like thinks there's like a great thing around the corner, you know.
Well,
I
the
mean,
funny thing is my front office person, the girl that came with me from my previous practice that was the front office person, her name's Lindsay. She's amazing. She's now my aesthetic director. She literally was my cosmetic coordinator. She then did some cool sculpting. She's literally done everything in the practice and knows everything about the practice. And now she's my cosmetic director. So it's like we've just kind of all grown up together, and it's been really fun.
that is good.
It's
I
been
mean, I think that when, obviously when we had the medical practices, I think the staffing of it was just the absolute, I mean, and I'm just not good at it. I'm just really honestly not
I
good
don't
at it.
blame you.
I'm not good at hiring people. I'm not good at firing people.
Oh,
I'm not
I hate
good
firing people. That's the worst.
Yeah.
That's
Just
the worst.
someone go to last week and it was not fun. But I
Well,
mean,
you know what?
so
Obviously, honey, you've done it right though, because look at where you are. You're killing it.
well, I mean, I think I got so worn out with the medical practices, the hiring, the firing. Now I almost got like PTSD. I'm like, oh, and it's like it's gonna be okay, you know. But I mean, sometimes they just don't go easy, you know. It's just a whole thing, especially when you start getting into, higher up.
Yeah, it is really difficult. And you get to be attached to these people,
Oh
and
no,
they're not great at their job, and you're like, "Oh,
I know.
I'm sorry. I don't want to let you go, but I've tried you on every seat on the bus and you just don't fit on the bus anymore."
That's exactly yes, yeah. And it's like every opportunity, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So how many employees do you have?
Oh my goodness. Over 100 if you look at the different practices right now. So yeah, we've got an office in Fayetteville and Bella Vista and Bentonville, and we're going to expanding into the Walmart space. So we got a lot going on. It's a little bit crazy, but it's good.
Just doctors?
So no, there are several doctors, but Caroline and I are the only partners on the aesthetic side. The other group is mostly medical, and they're not really involved in the future growth. They're just sitting doing their own thing. So it's fine. It's kind of a good split. They have their vision of what the medical side looks like for them, and then we have the vision of what the aesthetic side looks like, and we're just kind of doing our own thing, hanging out
Do you
together.
travel
And
to all of them?
do what now?
Do you travel to all of them?
I don't go to Bella Vista as right now because Bella Vista is much more of a retirement community, and there's not a lot of aesthetic work there at this point. I mean, I think there could be if we really pushed it and tried to develop it. But Bentonville has blown up and grown. You know what it's like. I mean, to be
Yeah.
in Austin, I mean, to try to keep up with the growth is crazy. So I'm just trying to focus on where most of the growth is and not spread myself too incredibly thin.
Right. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. No
Yeah.
need. It doesn't seem like there's need.
It's hard. I mean, I would love to clone myself. So if you have any
Exactly.
technology there and all of your knowledge, pass me
Yeah.
that cloning technology. That'd be great.
You have one of those AI holograms that just not what to do, and like this is what you can do. But I was like talking to an injector yesterday, and she was telling me, I think Mertz or somebody, she said had like a thing, and they showed that you can make like an AI version of yourself that stands in the room and gives pre and post like procedure instructions.
Seriously?
And they do like 360 scan around you, and then they like have you in the room, like what looks like you in the room. And I was like, she was like, I mean, it's getting freaky. And she's like, I mean, obviously that sounds great, like not to have to say it over and over again, but like, I don't think anybody's going to like that, but it seems
No.
like it's going to end
Well,
up.
and so I've had some AI renderings of me, and I mean, I'm pretty in AI. I'm prettier in AI than I am in real life. But I'm like, I don't feel real yet. It doesn't feel quite there yet. So
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
think
It's like,
we hopefully have a few years before we're completely replaced by automated intelligence. I hope so. We'll see.
well, I mean, you're in a good field for it. I don't think AI is going to just sit there and inject and tweak. And I think we're still going to need,
We'll hope for that. We'll hope
yeah.
for that.
Yeah.
We'll hope for that.
All right. Let me see what else I got here. Okay. What is something you wish you knew before you wish people knew before getting their first treatment? That's a good one.
So I think that a lot of people come in with a preconceived notion that it's going to be really painful, or that, maybe they're going to look unnatural. And I think a lot of people also come in with a thought that they hate this spot. A lot of people come in and say, I hate these lines around my eye, but they don't really understand that maybe the reason they have a nasolabial fold or a marionette line is not just because they've lost volume there, which they have, but also because they've lost volume in the cheek. Or, maybe they hate their jowls, but they don't realize that they've lost volume in their jawline and their chin. And so I think what I wish I would like for people to know is that the area that bugs you may not be the place you need to be injected, because
Yeah.
you might actually, you won't necessarily look good. And I think, years and years ago, all of the on-label injections for filler are nasolabial fold and marionette lines. But if you fill a person's marionette lines and nasolabial folds and you don't address the cheek and the jawline, people just look weird. They don't look natural.
Right.
So I think to realize that anatomy and what happens with you over time and aging is you lose bone, you lose muscle, your fat tissue, shifts. So you've got to think in more of a 3D perspective. And you don't want to just look at yourself from the front. You want to look at yourself from the side and from the top and from, all these different angles, because what's really happening is under the skin. And if you can
Right.
really recreate the structure, then you don't necessarily have to chase a line.
Well, and just listen to your dermatologist. It's like,
Absolutely.
they do it all day long. If I went in and somebody was like, you don't need it here, you need it here, I'd be like, let's go. Like,
Yeah.
I mean,
Exactly. Don't fight it. Don't fight it.
no, absolutely not.
And I will say, I think the one thing that I would like to say to, the whole audience is start as early as you can. Because if you can, just like, I think all of medicine needs to shift to preventative rather than waiting till you have a heart attack. Let's try to, maybe look at look at the issues that are causing those issues first. So same with facial aesthetics. Don't wait until you're in your 50s to start doing preventative things. If you can start gradually re-adding volume, if you can stop muscle movement that's causing those lines to form early on, then you're not going to need to do as much down the road. I mean, I'm 52 and people are like, have you had a facelift? I'm like, no, I haven't had a facelift. But I started doing neuromodulators like Botox when I was 27. And I've been gradually doing fillers, and I've been gradually doing non-invasive laser treatments every year, just a little bit here and there, just to rebuild collagen, just to give myself a little oomph. And, I don't look half bad for 52. I mean, I'm not the hottest thing on the planet, but I look pretty okay for 52.
You look amazing.
Well, you're precious, and I wasn't fishing. So thank you for saying that. But I would say that I think that all of medicine, all of aesthetics needs to think about preventative more than even, just don't wait till you get to the point that you need to do a full face erbium resurfacing and a facelift. Start early and start with skincare. Skincare is the key. Homework is the key.
Yeah. Like I said, I was just telling someone on one of the last podcasts, I started doing Botox when I first got into the industry, I was 22. And it was like 2007. It's like they gave you the grid where you told, so everybody, whether you're 22 or 52, got the same number of units or whatever.
There was no artistry at that point. It was all cookie cutter, do this, do that. Yeah. Yep.
And so I think I got too many units too young in some areas because now, so I just went and got Botox yesterday. So settle down a little bit. But if you look, I get like these like devil horn things. They're
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
they've settled down, but it's like I just overcompensating, but it's still better than wrinkles,
Absolutely.
you
And
know?
so I think, and the beautiful thing is now that we have products, and not just Slam Botox, it's the gold standard. It's been the thing that brought us all to the party. Okay. It's the thing that made us all realize that we could do preventative things. But there are now much more precise toxins like Jeuveau. I love Jeuveau because it's like a bullet.
Yeah.
It doesn't diffuse. It goes right where I put it. So I can put it here and it doesn't make my brow look weird. You know,
Yeah.
for a long time we were like, okay, the Spock brow is what we just have to deal with because that's all we got. But now we don't have to do that.
Yeah.
Now we can soften that line without the weird kind of
And
kooky side
without
effects.
getting 45 unit, you just get a
Right.
little. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, like,
It's
I don't like to do more than 15 units in a glabella a lot of time for women because we don't want it to look unnatural. And you still
yeah.
want to move, you know?
Yeah.
And sometimes you need to frown at your children.
Yeah. Exactly.
Sometimes
Yeah.
you need to give them the
You,
mommy look.
you just don't want to get any scars.
You just
I mean,
don't want the permanent lines. Yes,
where
exactly.
do you think people should not get Botox anymore? Or is there an area?
I think you need to be really, really careful in the lower face and the chin. I think especially with toxins like Dysport. I love Dysport for people that have like a big forehead because it diffuses really well. But you need to be really careful with toxins that diffuse, especially in the lower face, because the DAOs, the chin, everybody wants to you do the Nefertiti lift along the jawline. You don't really want that to diffuse. You want it to be really precise. So I think it's not about where you don't want to put it there. It's just that you want to use the right product in the right place and make sure that you're not using a product that diffuses too much when you need it to really stay. Because if I put something in a DAO, a depressor angularis oris, and it diffuses over to the depressor lingua, inferioris, then people are going to look, they're going to look weird. And so you just need to know the anatomy and you need to know the properties of the neuromodulator that you're using so that you make sure it's being done well. And I think the key is just to make sure that people talk about certified injectors. There's no certification for injectors. You just need a really experienced injector. You need someone that's been doing it for more than a year. Don't go to somebody that's been doing it for a few months, because you're going to be their guinea pig and you don't need to be that. Let their family be that. Let their friends be that. You don't need to be that. And I just correct so many things because I'm the old lady in my market now. I'm the one that cleans up everybody's messes. And it's
Yeah.
fine. I love fixing things, but it'd be better if we could just make people look great and not have to go back and fix it.
I had, and I obviously won't say who it is, but it was actually a very experienced injector and it wasn't too bad, but I got Botox and I got it here for like the orange peel chin, I didn't have it last time, but I went out of town for like my birthday or something. I was taking these pictures and then afterwards she calls me and she said, I'm calling you in. I think she called me in that like Upneek or whatever, like the eye drops. And she goes, you're going to put some on a Q-tip and you're going to do this. And I was like, wait, why? She goes, I think I might have hit your DA out. And I was like, is that why I'm smiling? My smile looks like white trashy. I was like, I was wondering, I was wondering in a golf cart. I'm like,
Well, you know what? I love her that she cared enough to call you in and try to
I was
make it
thinking
right.
that
That's
I
good.
wouldn't have known what it was. Yeah. She was like, I think so. I think that's what it was. I'm sorry. She was like, it'll go away fast. And I was like, that's fine. Like,
Well, you're so sweet.
I'm just glad to know that it wasn't permanent. That wasn't just the way I'm smiling these days. But yeah, that scared me off from like the lower face stuff.
The lower faces, you really don't need to let anybody that hasn't been injecting for, a long time. Because you really need to know the facial anatomy. And the funny thing is, everybody's facial anatomy is a little different.
Right.
So you need to know how to assess the person's facial anatomy so you know you're getting in the right muscle. So you just really need a really good injector. That's the key for that.
Well, before I move into one of the next questions real quick, what do you think about that new Korean Botox or tox or whatever?
I will say that almost all of the toxins come from Asia or somewhere else. So, I think it's the NBT. I think it has a lot of buzz. I will say that all of them just need to be tried and true. And I think in the U.S., it needs to be in our hands for a little while before we can all say anything about it. And I think that, their mantra is we're cheaper. We've been in Korea. And, the Koreans are amazing. They are the most aesthetically in tune humans on the planet. They are doing all the things. I mean, all the weird, interesting, kind of, some of it's really good science. Some of it's hocus pocus is coming out of Korea. And so I'm going to put a pause on that and say that I think that neuromodulators are amazing, and everybody has their shtick, everybody has their little unique twist, and I think we still have to figure it out. I think we still have to play with it a little bit to determine where it fits in the market. And
Well, I got it yesterday, so I'll let you know my thoughts when
good. Okay, good. Let's see what you think. Let's see.
Like, what do you think
You're talking about Latibo. You're talking about Latibo, right?
Yes.
So I will say that it is what they're doing is they're saying we are, we're the Korean toxin, and we're coming to market cheaper than everybody else. So what's interesting about that is it cheaper because it's better? Is it cheaper because they're just trying to undercut everybody else in the market because that's all they have? They don't have a filler, they don't have skincare, they don't have anything else in their portfolio. So I think they're coming in trying to undercut everybody else in the market financially, so that a lot of the newer injectors will jump onto it because they're trying to build a practice. They're trying to financially get the cheapest tox. And so it will definitely play out. I'm not bringing it on initially. I'm not.
Right.
Because I just know the science behind the products that I have, and I know how they perform. I do have it in my hands, and I am going to inject some staff, and we're going to follow them over a year. But I'm not going to bring it on for a year.
There's many of them now. I don't think there's a need to have all.
I don't need to, at this point in my career, I don't need to experiment because I think I have the science down. And, in a single face, sometimes I will use 3 different neuromodulators.
Wow.
I will. So if someone has a really big forehead like I do, I might use Dysport in their forehead. I might use Daxify in an area like the glabella, which really needs that really hardcore boom, and where it's going to wear off faster. And Daxify lasts maybe a little longer in some cases. And then I might use Jeuveau only in the lower face because Jeuveau is so incredibly precise. So I think it's an art, not a science so much anymore.
Right.
And I don't know where Latibo fits yet, but I'm going to play with it. I'll let you know. Maybe in a year I'll tell you where Latibo fits.
Okay, good. I know. Well, I'm sure everybody wants you to bring on everything because you have such a big practice, but it's kind of like you got to pick your.
You do, and that's what I tell my clients. I'm like, I'm not going to put something in your face. You're not a guinea pig. I'm not going to put it in your face if I don't know what it does.
Guinea pigs, and we'll try it.
My friends, my family, my staff that wants free treatment's great. I will do that for them, and we'll figure it out. But I'm gonna do the tried and true on the patients that are coming in to pay for what they're doing because I want it to be perfect.
I was a guinea pig.
You and I can be guinea pigs because we don't care. If I walk around looking a little wonky, people are gonna go, oh well, that's Dr. Clifton again.
Do you want it? And I'm like,
yeah, sure, let's try it.
Yeah.
I try every laser device, all the things. I mean, my staff, my patients are used to me walking around looking peely and red and all the things because I'm trying everything before I pass it on to patients.
What do you think about I'm going to say it wrong, the new
PDGF, platelet-derived growth factor, Ariessence.
Oh, okay.
Is that what you're talking about? Yeah.
Ariessence. Is that your stuff?
I love Ariessence.
Okay.
So it is an incredible product. I don't think we even have a clue of what it can do. It is only FDA approved for topical application after microneedling.
Okay.
But platelet-derived growth factor is the most powerful growth factor on the planet. So when you hear of people getting PRP, where they draw your blood and they spin it down, what they're trying to get is platelet-derived growth factor, okay? And when you're 18, you have a ton of platelet-derived growth factor in your blood. When you're 35, not so much. When you're 51, none, or very little, okay? So you can do PRP till the end of time on a 60 or 70-year-old person, and they're not going to get results because they don't have the growth factor. So what this really smart man named Sam Lynch, who's actually happens to be a friend of mine, he's a brilliant scientist. He was able to find the genetic sequence for this really powerful growth factor in the human genome, splice it out, and then put it into yeast cell DNA, and then grow billions of copies of it by just making a ton growing yeast cells. And then he
Oh,
stripped off all of the yeast proteins, and now we have just this very pure human platelet-derived growth factor. And it is a conserved protein that, there's no adverse reaction to it. You can inject it in the body. The body doesn't see it as a foreign substance because it is a normal peptide that your body's used to dealing with. And so it is all I use now in tear troughs. I don't do filler injections anymore. It is all I use for hair regrowth. I don't do PRP for hair regrowth anymore. I do platelet-derived growth factor with Air Essence. And I do a different cocktail. We mix it a little differently than we do if we're just applying it like after microneedling or after a big erbium resurfacing. I apply it topically. But if we're doing it, for injection, we're doing it basically like we would a sculpture or a radiesse. Because if you inject it into the skin, it's going to stimulate your fibroblasts to start making your own collagen and elastic tissue.
that's
I
awesome.
actually have it in my tear troughs right now.
Oh,
And
it looks
it
so
is,
good.
without a doubt, so amazing. Because a lot of times when you do filler in the tear troughs, a few months down the road, hyaluronic acids, what are they made to do? They're made to pull water. So if you inject that in a tear trough, you're going to get this big puff ball of like
Wow.
swelling and fluid, and you look horrible.
Yeah,
And
horrible.
PDGF won't do that because it will
Right.
only stimulate your own body's collagen and elastic tissue. So I think the stimulatory market, I think the peptide market, I think those things are the wave of the future. And I think the more natural that we can be and, preventative that we can be, start early, just like we're trying to, don't wait till somebody has a heart attack to address their cardiovascular issues. Don't wait till somebody develops diabetes to help them lose weight and get metabolically fit. I think it's the same way with skincare. I think if we can use these natural peptides, if they'll go through topically, maybe with nanotechnology, which is what my product is going to do, maybe with injectable products that are endogenous to your body already, you don't have to worry about nodule formation. You don't have to worry about inflammatory reactions. You just get that natural result. So I think all of medicine is going to go that way. I really do.
Yeah, I think that's awesome. Yeah, I mean, I've heard people talk about it before, and I've seen it before. But yesterday, they were like, "Do you want to try this?" Whatever. I was like, "Let me do a little research first."
Well, I will
Yeah,
tell
yeah.
you, how about
Yeah.
you come see me and let's talk
Yeah.
about it? Because
No, I know.
I want you here and then I want to get there because
I know.
first of all, we need to hang out. I miss you.
Yeah. I know. I promise you, I will come and see you.
I will
I'll
come and see you too because I'm telling you, I need to get to Austin. And my boyfriend's never been to Austin, so I want to get down there. We'll have a great time together.
I know you have to. And every single trip, I've gone out of town every other week this entire summer, and every single one of them has been with the kids because on the off weeks I've been doing this house stuff. So, anyways,
Because you're a good mommy, baby. You're a
but
good mommy.
I am over it. Wow.
Sometimes we need a break from being good mommies.
I need a vacation with just adults and see adults only.
I
And
got you. I will put you up in the nicest hotel. I'll get you
oh
facials at my place.
my
We will
God.
go and have massages. We will go out on the town. We will have so much fun, girlfriend. Come, come,
I'm
come.
coming. I'm going to send you some dates. I am excited.
Me too, sis.
Okay. So, we usually will end all the podcasts with one question, and you can use it like literally, figuratively, whatever you want to do. So, like, what is your beauty formula?
So at this point in my life, my beauty formula is starting from the inside out. I've always done really good skincare. I've always done a sunscreen with zinc or titanium every day. I've always done a retinol at night. I've always done antioxidants for my skincare and some exfoliators. So I've always taken good care of my skin. But I really, truly believe that the next step to really having great skin is to work on your overall health. And so I'm working on keeping my metabolism healthy. I'm doing peptide therapy myself. I'm taking a combination of BPC 157, TB 500, and GHKCU. I always mess that up. GHKCU, which is the copper peptide. And those three combined together in one injection, I do as a sub-Q injection every night. And it has literally changed my universe. I was starting to develop early onset osteoarthritis. My mom is debilitated. Her hands are, she looks like she has rheumatoid arthritis, but it's osteo. And I was starting to have trouble with injections. The peptides have changed my life.
Wow.
I really believe that the future is to look inward so that your outward glow really shows. So
Yeah.
I think the goal is to treat your whole body, not just treat your skin. Because if you're not healthy inside, you won't be looking great outside.
I know. I need to get healthier, that's for sure.
Come on, girl. We'll start you up.
So I'm gonna do my daily shot too, and then I'm gonna look like you.
Whatever. You beautiful thing. You're prettier than I'll ever be in my whole life. I'm so glad to see you. I really am.
All right, we're gonna make it happen, and thank you for coming on.
Honey, I'm so honored. Thank you for asking me. Love you to pieces.
Yeah.
Bye, baby.
Thanks for tuning in to The Beauty Formula. If you're loving our show, make sure to leave a review and share it with your friends. Follow us on Instagram at The Beauty Formula Podcast for the latest updates, and head over to our sister store, Harbin House, for all your skincare needs. A big shout out to the Harbin House production team, Allison Turley and Remy Jenkins. See you next time.